Yeah.
Acknowledge me.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Test 1 2. Come on in, YouTube and Twitch, as we're getting everything loaded up.
Yeah.
YouTube taking forever to update the everything on here. You know how it is with YouTube. Got an announcement for y'all in the show. Got a packed show for you. We will be joined by the co-host once again, Tony from Get the Tables.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very fun show, so come on in, come on in. If you're on YouTube, like the show, come on through.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of the Dope Sports Podcast, brought to you by DopeContent.com.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Get the Tables on Twitch and Twitter.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow them on Twitch and Twitter. As you see, the co-host is here, Tony from Get the Tables. He still has his Tampa Bay Buccaneers hat on, so he is still repping. Make sure your mic ain't muted before we start. But he still got his Tampa Bay.
I'm here.
Yeah, he still got his Tampa Bay gear on, and he's gonna rep to the end, unlike me and the Cowboys, because I am done. And we got a packed show for you today. We got, of course, the recap of the divisional round. We have the predictions for the championship rounds. We're going to talk a little NBA today. Kevin Durant has made a statement that we're going to get into. Joel Embiid had a career night. KATT, Karl Anthony Towns had I believe that's a career night for him as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to get into a lot, and then at the end we might throw some WWE in, because WWE has made an announcement, and Dope Content has made an announcement. If you haven't checked social media, but if you haven't checked it, we're going to get into it. So before we get into it, how you doing today?
Doing all right. Yourself?
I'm doing good. So we gonna get right into it. We're not here to waste your time. Let's play this intro, and we'll be right back. Yes, sir. Yeah. What? Wait a minute. We come back from the intro and Rob is here? Oh, man.
Oh my God.
Rob is on time today. I cannot believe this. Rob is on time. What up, Rob? Shout out to everybody that's coming in and out. I know y'all at work for the most part or doing whatever you do throughout the day. You might be sleeping because you work night shift. Either way,
Yeah,
I appreciate y'all coming through and the ones that come through after we're live and watch the show. Appreciate you. If you're on YouTube, he been on. Man, get out of here, Rob. You have not been on time. What's crazy? Rob actually came in on time Sunday for the Budget Cut podcast, and we had technical issues trying to get dark on the screen. So we started like 25, 30 minutes late, and Rob in here talking about, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, man, get out of here, Rob. The one time you here is when we have technical issues. But we are here. He said he just seen the WWE news. Yeah, we're going to talk about that near the end of the show. But we are here to get into it. NFL recap, the divisional round recap, I should say. It was a very good week of football. Both games were good, in my opinion. Or all four games, I should say, were pretty good, in my opinion. Let's get it started. We got the Ravens taking out the Houston Texans 34-10. Lamar Jackson, 11 carries for 200 yards. C.J. Stroud, 179 yards. Nico Collins, he had 5 catches for 68 yards. The defense of the Ravens was just showing you why they the number one defense and why they've been the number one defense all season. Lamar also threw for 152 yards and 2 touchdowns on 16 of 22. So Ravens get the win. Lamar gets a big win. And they on their way to the AFC Championship game. Shout out to the Ravens. Any thoughts on that game?
No, I mean, it looked close for a bit. That first half was a pretty close battle between them two. Texans, I don't know. I mean, the Texans got a punt return.
Right.
Without the punt return, they may not have been as close as we thought it could have been. Texans seem to have something going at the end of the first half on defense, kind of slowing down the Ravens and Lamar. And I don't know if they just didn't go back to it or the adjustments were made by the Ravens, more than likely. And the Ravens just dominated that second half. They didn't score another point.
Yeah.
And the Ravens pretty much handily beat them in that second half. If you're a Texans fan, of course, you're probably over the top because you absolutely exceeded expectations.
Mm-hmm.
New coach, new quarterback, both rookies at their positions. And you make it to the second round of the playoffs and gave Baltimore a bit of a scare in that first half. So props to them. Baltimore, again, like you said, shows why they're the number one seed in the AFC. They made the proper adjustments in the second half.
Right.
And just totally dominated the Texans offensively and defensively. So they're back into the conference championship against the Chiefs at home. I think the first time in something like 10 plus years or so like that. It's going to be a rocking place on Sunday. It should be a fun game.
Yeah, the bank will be rocking. I knew it was over for Houston when Lamar left the sideline and he stared back at the field going into halftime early. He looked like he was just pissed off because what they did, the Texans, they have a linebacker that's very fast. He can run with the best of them. And they just put him in a spy, and they just had him shadow Lamar the whole second quarter. So,
Yeah,
and then they kept sending blitzes as well. So they kept sending the blitz and having him spying.
Yeah, it was a good plan. They were sending the blitzes from the outside, so he can't go outside and run.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had the spy with Christian Harris on Lamar Jackson. It was a good game plan. I don't know. I can't recall what happened in the second half, if they got rid of it or just Lamar just made the proper adjustments and they just dominated. I mean, Houston looked like a team that hasn't been there in a while, and a lot of newly fresh faces in the second round that haven't been there before.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was just a good game by the Ravens. I mean, like you said, they came in that second half and woke up and remembered who they were and just pretty much dominated that second half.
Yeah, defense. I mean, again, defense came out, and they did this without Marlon Humphrey. This is a part that people forget. Hopefully,
And
I don't know.
Andrews, too.
Yeah, what is up with him? I didn't even know he was injured again.
Who, Humphrey or
Yeah.
Andrews? I didn't know
Humphrey.
about Humphrey until the game started. They
Me
said he
either.
wasn't playing.
So that was a new injury to me, and I was shocked to see that. Andrews is expected to be back this week. Hopefully, Marlon is expected to be back as well this week. We'll see, but they did it without those two, which is amazing. And again, if you watch the Ravens, they have been dominating these playoff teams all season. This is nothing new. Where they just wear you down, they beat you up, and they've done everybody like that. So this is nothing new, and I think it's going to continue, but we'll get into that once we do our predictions. Moving on, Green Bay Packers almost pull out another upset over the 49ers, but they take the L 24-21. Jordan Love, 21-34, 194 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Brock Purdy, 23-39, 252 yards, 1 touchdown. McCaffrey, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Aaron Jones, 108 yards on 18 carries. George Kittle, 81 yards on 4 catches and a touchdown. Romeo Doubs had another good game, 83 yards. This is like his breakout. This playoffs has been his pretty much breakout. He's now the number 1 officially in Green Bay moving forward. So
absolutely.
So shout out to Romeo Doubs, but a couple of questionable calls like the quarterback sneak that cost Green Bay some points earlier in the game. If you look at the still photo, a lot of folks are saying the 49ers were offsides. And then you see a photo of their helmets touching the back of his offensive line helmets. It's like, how you not see that?
I saw that.
But that was a big swing in the game. I thought the Packers was going to win. And then up until they missed that last field goal. When they missed that last field goal, I was like, okay. It's almost like I'm not saying it's scripted because, you know, that's how people talk. But it just felt that way. It's like as soon as he missed, I tweeted out, that's it right there. The game over. They're about to lose. And sure enough, they end up losing. Everybody's on Brock Purdy's nuts. Like, Brock just really was that guy. And I was like, okay, bro. He had maybe 2 or 3 good passes that was beyond 10 yards. Everything else was checkdowns. And then when he did have to throw it deep, he was missing, like completely whiffing these guys. So your thoughts on the game?
No, I agree with you. But with Brock, again, people are crowning this guy like he single-handedly won the game for them.
Right.
He did not. He's a dink and dunker, man. He likes to dink and dunk all game. He'll hit people open downfield, like he hit Kittle downfield open for a touchdown. But a lot of these plays that are big plays by Purdy are from who he throws it to, because they break a tackle or two and they go deep. So again, I mean, in a situation like that, game on the line, he drives them down the field. Yeah, I mean, it takes some talent to do so, but I think people forget of who's around him. Yeah, he didn't have Debo. He did it without Debo in the game.
But Jennings stepped up. Jennings is a good receiver.
They act like they have nobody other than Debo. Like, they still have Kittle. They still have McCaffrey. They still have Ayuk. Like, there's talent everywhere on that offense on San Francisco. So, yeah, I feel Purdy had a good game, but he's not the reason why they won.
Right.
The reason why they won was, what's his last name? Is it what's his last
Greenlaw?
name? Greenlaw. Thank you. Greenlaw is the reason why they won. 2 big picks and the one to end the game.
What is Greenlaw doing instead of just going down? Like, both picks, he was going for the touchdown both times. I want to get in the end zone. I don't give a damn.
Really? Now, again, rookie mistake by Jordan Love. A situation where, you know, a lot was going on. He had the chance to drive his team down the field and either tie it or win it.
Yeah.
And he did the worst mistake you can do as a quarterback: scramble to the right and throw to the left. And I don't know what he was doing.
Throw it away.
That guy was double covered. He either could have scrambled and got a couple of yards and ran out of bounds, or just throw the ball away, like you said. So
nobody throws the ball away anymore. Like, this is not just Jordan Love. Like, there was an issue with me and Dak this year. That was really the main issue. Like, Dak won't throw the ball away, man. Baker did it this past week, and I was like, get rid of the ball, Baker.
Yeah, Baker does it a lot too.
Jalen Hurts did it a lot this year. I've seen Pat do it. It's like hell, Lamar does it as well. Just what's the deal? Throw the ball away, man. Like what happened to the art of throwing it away?
Right, they want to be Superman out there, make all the plays that they can when sometimes it's just not possible, you know?
Yeah.
I'll give Jordan Love a pass. This is his second playoff game. I mean, who knows what was going on in his mind and what he saw on the field when he threw that pass. But man, you gotta know better than that. You gotta run out of bounds and throw it out of bounds, get a couple of yards, make it a little bit more of a reasonable third down for yourself. But you don't throw it like that,
The
man.
Spirit of Brett Favre.
Yeah, that is pretty much. Thought, man, my arm can do it. My arm can lift it past those two defenders there. But hey, hell of a game from the Packers. I don't think anybody thought it would be a close game, or nor did anybody think that the Packers could possibly win the game. Packers are in a good place right now. They got seemingly some good young wide receivers. Who knows what else they bring in the offseason. They found their quarterback with Jordan Love.
Yep.
Their running game is nice. The defense could use some work. But if you're the Packers and a fan of them, you're happy. I mean, this was a successful season. Coming off of Jordan Love's first full year with the team and seeing how far they went and seeing how that division is kind of up in the air a little bit. Of course, Lions are seemingly the cream of the crop right now. But who knows? Who knows what can happen next year?
I mean, look, the Lions are low key lucky they ain't playing the Green Bay Packers because the Packers destroyed them last time they went to Detroit this year. I'm just gonna say that.
I saw that. It's a divisional game. You know how it is with those games.
Yeah, so maybe Detroit is kind of happy to be playing San Francisco's instead of, the Packers. Speaking of Detroit gets the win over your Tampa Bay Buccaneers 31-23. Baker Mayfield 26-41, 349 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, including the one that ended the game. Jared Goff 30-43, 287 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Gibbs 9 carries, 74 yards, 1 touchdown. Rashad White 9 carries, 55 yards, no touchdowns. And then you had Mike Evans turning back the clock. 8 catches, 147 yards, 1 touchdown. Chris Godwin, 4 catches, 40 yards. Laporta, 9 catches, 65 yards. Amon St. Brown, 8 catches, 77 yards, 1 touchdown. Very good game. It just came down to who's going to make the last mistake, and Tampa Bay was the team that made the last mistake. I'll let you have this one.
Yeah, I mean, it was a rough game. Tampa Bay started off slow. I mean, they just couldn't stop that offense from Detroit. They made a couple of stops. They had one
Jay Cross
drop pick interception in the end zone, which led to Detroit getting the field goal. Could have been an easy pick, which Jamel Dean dropped. Mike Evans, again, Butterfingers. He made some unbelievable catches in that game.
Yeah.
But he made some other drops as well. I don't know what's going on with him.
Might be checked out, man.
I felt like the Bucs shot themselves in the foot too many times when they had the opportunity to kind of gain control of the game. They go into the halftime, they score, momentum is on their side. They open up the second half and they do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Like they had opportunities to actually do something in that game and they screwed it up numerous amounts of times. And then you got Todd Bowles, who, look, he earns another shot at being the coach this year. I'll give him that. But he made some. Look, I mean, when you get him,
I'm shocked you saying that because
it's
you
hard
wanted
to
him.
fire a guy. It's hard to fire a guy who gets you to the second round of the playoffs.
I know, but you wanted him gone for majority of the season. That's why.
And I still do. I mean, I wouldn't be upset if they fired him. But
who you gonna get though?
True. I mean, it was just going for 2 made no goddamn sense at all. I get it. You want to have the opportunity to get the ball last, which they did, and score and actually win the game. I understand. I get it. But that was fucking uncalled for. The defense, once we lost McCollum, it was fucking game. I mean, sorry, Jamel Dean, it was over. McCollum was just getting thrown up and eaten up all second half. The lack of blitzing, which I hate that he does. There was not enough blitzing in this game by Todd Bowles. Jared Goff had all the time in the goddamn world to throw that ball to anybody he wanted to. The middle was fucking wide open. It was just a horrible defensive play calling game by Todd Bowles. What a shocker. I'm not going to give the first pick on Baker on him because it was tipped. It was a ball that Mike Evans should have caught, but he didn't, and it tips up into the defender's hands.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to give Baker that one because that's on Mike. The second one, yeah. Again, Baker trying to play Superman and trying to squeeze up a throw where he probably shouldn't have done it. Other than that, I thought Baker played a fantastic game. I hope they bring him back, which I never thought I would say when they first signed him. But they're in the position right now. I think they have the 26th pick in the draft. They're not going to land any of these very talented quarterbacks that are coming out this year.
Yeah.
You know, all the guys, unless they move up and trade, which, I mean, it's possible, but not likely. They're going to probably have to swing for someone later in the rounds who's not going to be one of these popular choices that are going to go in the first 10 to 15 picks. So keep Baker, sign him to that Geno Smith deal, see what he does in the next couple of years. I'm okay with that. I think Baker deserves it. He had a hell of a year, 28 touchdowns, 10 picks. I think he did pretty damn good. Got us to the second round as well. I think Baker deserves to be there another year. But yeah, I just thought there was a lot of missed opportunities in that game. We got some things to take care of in the offseason. We're gonna lose people. Hopefully, we keep some people that are definitely wanting are willing to stay, because like guys like Devin White, he's probably gone. I think he played like 12 snaps.
Mike Evans is gone too.
I don't know. Mike is a very it's a very tricky situation because he wants to stay a buck, but he also wants to get paid. So I don't know what they're going to do with him. They have to keep Winfield. They got to sign Baker. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the offseason. Mike Evans, I think, is gone more than likely, but I think the Bucs have an opportunity to keep him. Devin White, bye-bye, CLA. He'll be gone. He'll probably be an Eagle.
Who, Devin White?
Yeah.
Why you say the Eagles?
This seems to be a popular landing spot. It seems like the Eagles fans love Devin White and want him to be
they love
an Eagle.
Any linebacker right now at this point. But I don't know I don't know if it's going to be popular after the way this season ended. It used to be a popular spot, but they still got some stuff to sort out over there in Philly. I think it depends on who comes in as their defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I mean, they got new offense and defensive coordinator they got to bring in. So,
well, screw him then, Jay Cross.
We'll see what happens in the offseason. Again, I was pissed. I'm not going to lie to you. I think the Bucs had a great opportunity to at least tie the game. Hey, they gave the Lions a hard-fought game. Nobody thought the Bucs would not only win the division, but win a fucking playoff game.
I picked them to win the division. I'm just saying.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, but the majority of football analysts,
the experts, had
the Bucs not being dead last in the division. So,
I don't know why.
I think
they lost Brady and a couple of linemen. Like they still had majority of that team that went to the Super Bowl. Like,
yeah,
just common sense.
Successful season. I think they went above and beyond the expectations. I think Bowles deserves another year, as much as I hate to say that. And I do hope they bring back Baker. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see. It was a good game, man. Detroit. I'm happy for Detroit and their fans, but I'm also, kind of iffy with their fans because everybody's trying to make Detroit like this likable team, and everybody loves Detroit. But if you look at their players like Gardner Johnson and the way he talks, and like they're not that likable. And if you actually listen to their fan base, especially as a Cowboys fan who feel like, they be like, oh, we cheated them the last 2 or 3 times we played them, so we got to hear them a lot down here in Dallas. And they complain about one call for 3 weeks. It's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, that part of their fan base gets annoying. But I'm happy to see them finally have something to cheer. At the end, everybody is like, "Oh, they loyal fan base, dude." Their stadiums was empty as hell 2 years ago. Bruh. What you mean loyal fan base? The Saints has a loyal fan base because when they suck, they still selling out that stadium. That's a loyal fan base.
Right. I mean,
Cleveland got a loyal fan base.
Right. I'm happy for certain people in Detroit, like Jared Goff. Guys that he was given up on, basically.
Right.
Traded to Detroit to die, basically.
Right.
And he's revamped his career. Dan Campbell, I love him as a coach. I would love to have him on my team. Like, he is a great coach. There's certain guys that I'm happy for. My co-host Dave, he's a huge Lions fan. I'm happy for him.
Right.
But the narrative coming into this game, all I saw on Twitter, because Bucks Twitter retweets shit, is that the Bucks didn't respect the Lions. That the Bucks fans assumed the Bucks are going to go in there and beat them. That they didn't think the Lions stood a chance, and that the Lions are, the Bucks are going to go in there and beat them. And the Lions are pretenders, not contenders. It was just a narrative that the Detroit radio was trying to bring in for no reason. Like, all I read all week from Bucks, the people that I follow on Twitter and fans, is that they were happy for the Lions.
Right.
That they didn't expect the Bucks to win, but we have an opportunity to win. It's not like we were thinking we're going to get blown out and had no chance. We felt like we had a chance against the Lions. But to try to throw a narrative out there to get yourself views or hits on Twitter is a bit ridiculous. Also, there's a Saints guy. Speaking of Saints, there is a Saints guy on fucking Twitter who praised the Bucks losing when in the playoffs.
But his team didn't make it.
Talk about a motherfucking hater. Talk about a guy that has the Bucks in his head that has to come out there and post a video of him laughing and showing the Bucks losing. Get a life, kid, as Brock Lesnar once said. That is pathetic. And you're a radio guy? Sad.
Oh, trust me.
Shit.
It's Giants fans and creators that are trolling the Cowboys and Eagles for getting put out in the first round. Bruh. It's like, okay, maybe you could troll the Eagles just a little bit because you beat them the last game. But you ain't beat Dallas since 2016. You made the playoffs last year and you was out as well. And you didn't make you overpaid your quarterback.
Yeah.
And then you saw that was a mistake. Now you trying to figure out how to get out of that debacle. But Saquon is about to go. Your wide receivers are trash. Like, you have your tight end is a trap rapper now. Like, how are y'all trying to troll the Eagles and the Cowboys when y'all haven't even been worked anything?
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
I get what people are trying to do. They're trying to get their views up, their clicks up, whatever. I mean, I get it. It's slow now, especially if your team's not in the playoffs. You got to try to get something to people, get people to drive to your website or your show or whatever have you.
I'm gonna just start trolling it just nonstop.
It's all trolls. Stephen A. Smith still bringing up the Cowboys 2 weeks after they're out of the playoffs.
Did you see Jalen Rose tweet about that?
Oh no, I didn't see it. But it's all a troll job. It's all a troll job.
Jalen Rose tweeted out after the Cowboys lost. He said, "Now what's about to happen is it's about to be the media spending this whole offseason trying to make up stories about the Cowboys just so they can have views and ratings because they have nothing of value. And if you see somebody doing that, please tag me in it so I can call them out."
Oh, nice.
So yeah,
he got fired by ESPN, right?
Exactly. So he don't care right now. Like, he knows what it is. He's like, everybody's going to talk about the Cowboys. Now, granted, the Cowboys family members gave them stuff to talk about this week with CeeDee Lamb's mom posting on Facebook about Dak. I saw that and I was like, I hope she got hacked when I saw this post up, but no, that was her. CeeDee mom was talking about Dak ain't it and he don't want to win the ring. Tad Prescott, Dak's brother, which this is something he's always been doing because he feels like me when it comes to the Cowboys fans. Like Dak don't deserve to get that criticism that he gets down here from Dallas fans. So Tad wants Dak to go somewhere else. I'm kind of with him at this point. I'm like, please, yeah, because Dak Prescott in Pittsburgh, it's a different conversation right now. With Mike Tomlin and all them, because Pittsburgh need a quarterback. That's all they need. And then you have Micah Parsons' brother was saying the same thing. He can't stand Cowboys fans because everybody is turning on Micah Parsons, and he wants Micah to leave as well. So they gave them plenty of material this week. But after this week, it's just going to be them making up stuff, them making up more stuff, them making up more stuff, and them making up more stuff, even though we have AFC, NFC championship game and a Super Bowl to get ready for. And the NBA trade deadline, which is getting, about to ramp up because the trade deadline is on the 8th of February. And you have the NBA All-Star and all that, but it ain't going to matter. They're going to find ways. They're going to find ways to talk about the Cowboys. So I'm with it on that.
But I mean, you got to understand, like, I hate it, but it's what brings in the views. That's why Skip always talks about the Cowboys. But again, Cowboys fans, I need to wake the hell up. There's not quarterbacks in your back pocket that you can just go and pick and choose from. I mean, look at how many teams that have taken. I mean, teams have gotten lucky, like the Packers.
Cowboys got lucky.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm just saying, like, they've never had a fall off with quarterbacks. They went with Favre to Rodgers to Love. Teams do get lucky. Well, look at some of these teams that have struggled forever to find a quarterback to replace someone.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks. We've never had a great quarterback, so we had Brady. Like it happens. Like, you get lucky every blue moon with drafting a quarterback, but they'll miss Dak. Like Jeff said, if they lose Dak,
yeah,
who are you gonna bring in? Please tell me who you're gonna bring in to replace Dak.
And see, look,
now,
these fans, I don't think these fans are old enough to remember, or if they are old enough, they don't remember the Chad Hutchinson days, the Drew Bledsoe's. Hey, Quincy Carter went to the playoffs one time. I gotta give him Quincy. And Troy Hambrick was his running back, and so shout out to Quincy for that, right? But no, Anthony Wright and all these other guys, man, they don't remember the 3 straight years, 5-11, 5-11, 5-11 under Dan. What's his name? Was it Campo? Dave Campo. They don't remember all that, man.
Yeah.
So hey, I told you I don't care. So if Dak does leave, I hope Dak leaves. I hope Dak says, you know what, F y'all, man. I got all the leverage. Either you trade me to this team, or you will have to pay me this hard salary cap hit, because I'm not signing an extension until unless you trade me here or something like that. So I hope Dak plays hardball with the Cowboys this season, this offseason, and just give them hell.
It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, man. They don't understand, like, how good they have it. When you should look at some other these teams in the NFL that still don't have a goddamn quarterback.
Colts.
That are still trying. I mean, yeah, the Colts, they went from Peyton Manning
Falcons
to Andrew Luck to fucking Jacoby Brissett.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean,
Patriots.
come on, people. You gotta look at the Patriots at the Brady. Look how bad they're struggling. Now, luckily, they got a top 5 pick. They'll be able to draft a quarterback. But my goodness, Dallas Cowboys fan, y'all are some spoiled ass. You know what I want to say.
And I don't know why.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, they feel like they're all high and mighty and that they deserve to get everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a free agent. Oh, they're coming here.
Like, this ain't the 90s no more.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what I don't understand about Cowboys fans. And I've ranted on this a couple of times. It's like, y'all got a lot of nerve to put these type of expectations on these current players when you ain't seen an NFC championship game since 96.
Yeah.
So, like, you got a lot of nerve. Like, man, all that is done. That was before the internet and all. Like, that's a whole nother age. That's a whole nother era. So you got to let that go. All this, we the Cowboys, we expect this and expect. Why? That's why, this is why you like you are, because you're expecting something from people that weren't even born. They weren't even born, or they was just being born. Like, anyway, I ain't gonna go on the record. I said I was done with the Cowboys. I'm gonna stay done with them. Moving on. Oh, we got Cam Newton news too that I forgot to add. We'll get into that. But Kansas City Chiefs take out the Buffalo Bills, 27-24. I told y'all. Pat Mahomes, 17-23, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen, you know the great Josh Allen, 26-39, a whopping 186 yards and 1 touchdown for Josh Allen. Championship game, one of the best to ever do it. You know, a good 186 yards on 39 attempts. He did rush the ball for 72 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, he is very dangerous on his feet. James Cook, 61 yards on 18 carries. Pacheco, 97 carries. 97 yards on 15 carries and 1 touchdown. Travis Kelce, 75 yards, 2 touchdowns. Rashee Rice, 4 catches, 47 yards. I wanted to say 447 yards so bad because the 447 is running together on his thing. But yeah, man. Kincaid, 45 yards on 5 catches. Diggs targeted 8 times, 3 catches for 21 yards. Bruh. Gabe Davis did not play. And he got into it with the fans on the sidelines, and so he will most likely be leaving Buffalo because he is a pending free agent as well. Thoughts on the game?
Man, props to the Chiefs going into Buffalo, beating Buffalo.
Yep.
I thought the defense from Buffalo was pathetic.
Yep.
They couldn't stop anybody.
It was a hate. It was good. There was 27 points.
It's basically Josh Allen having to do everything out there. It was Lamar Jackson, where he had to do everything for that team to stay into the game. 2 rushing touchdowns, and
great.
1 passing touchdown. I mean, he's doing it all. What else do you expect him to do? Go out there and kick a field goal? I'm sure he would have made that, unlike his field goal kicker who shanked it wide right.
You should have made the plays on 2nd and 9 and 3rd and 9 to not even get to that point.
I mean, when you have a kicker who should be reliable, you shouldn't have to worry about where you placed your kicker at. He should be able to go out there and just bloop, kick it and make it. But in all means, I was one of the Chiefs haters that had them out in the first round, then had them out in the second round. I'm just gonna be quiet now. So they shut me up big time. I didn't think they had the talent to get there, especially on offense, but it seems like the offense is woken up. Pacheco's playing pretty much out of his mind right now. Kelce, I mean, nobody could guard him on Sunday night either. So hey, props to them. They got a really tough matchup against Baltimore in Baltimore. I don't see them getting over that hump, but again, I'm gonna say this: it would not surprise me if they won.
Listen, been saying all season, as long as Pat Mahomes is playing, and until I see otherwise, Kansas City is gonna at least make the AFC Championship game. I've been saying it all season because this is what I know. This is his standard. This is all I know from Pat Mahomes. He's gonna make the AFC Championship game. 6 years as a starter. 6 AFC Championship games. That's all I know from him. So until I see otherwise, he's going to at least make the AFC Championship game no matter what happens in the season. Hillworld, he's a Chiefs fan. He said we escaped the Bills. I mean, every time you play the Bills, you escape them or you barely lose. Either way, that's just how they match up. So that's just how they match up. Getting to Josh Allen, man. the great Josh Allen that everybody always have excuses for when he comes up short, because he comes up short a lot. Been trying to tell folks, all his playoff wins are against backup quarterbacks, because even when he played Lamar got injured with a concussion in Josh Allen's second year in the playoffs. He's beating bombs. Now, granted, all his L's are coming against Pat Mahomes. Bruh. So you kind of got to, even that out. He's beating backups, but he's losing to Pat Mahomes all the time. So wherever you want to put him with that, I say just put him in the middle of the pack. But Josh Allen got a lot of talent on this team. This is why I stay on Josh Allen, because they always talk about Dak. They always talked about Lamar. Hell, they talking about Hurts because Hurts had his one off year after taking him to the Super Bowl last year. So now they trying to clown Hurts. They clown Tua and etc. You got to give Josh Allen that same energy. Josh Allen leads the league in turnovers every year. Every single year. Look who want to show up now. King. I ain't seen King since I whooped his ass in fantasy football this year. Months ago. Now he want to show up. He want to talk noise because his little punk ass Packers done beat the Cowboys. Eat a dick, King. Don't nobody care. Moving on. Moving on. Josh Allen. He gets too many free passes from the media when it comes to him, and he plays hero ball. That's what upsets me about him. Josh Allen be having people wide open in the middle of the field, and he decides he's gonna chunk it. Oh, somebody's subbing. Who is it? Is this King? King is subbing again. He's back in the King mode now. Shout out to King. I let the music play. That's probably gonna get me. Probably gonna get me copyrighted on YouTube now. Shout out to Rob for keep playing that Fetty Wap joint Sunday that put a copyright on my YouTube video Sunday. So but yeah, whatever, King. You ain't nobody worried about you. You ain't done nothing. So dead serious, Rob. I'll send you the email if I got to. And Dark was laughing about it. He was like, man, I got a copyright joint on this joint, but it's all good. I already disputed it, so it should be off. But Josh Allen gets this pass from the media all the time when it's his fault. He plays hero ball. Before the kicker missed the kick, 2nd and 9, Diggs is wide open 8 yards down the field, in the middle of the field. Oh, I'm just going to chunk it deep. 3rd and 9. Who was it, Kincaid? Was it Kincaid that was open in the middle of the field? Similar route? I can't remember which receiver was open. But somebody was open in the middle of the field, and you chunked it into the end zone. The Diggs drop. When Diggs dropped that 70-yard pass, you had a guy wide open in the post right in front of you that was 15 yards down.
But you're saying that now. You're saying that now, but if Diggs catches that, I mean, we're not bringing that up. You know? I get what you're saying. Like, he tries to go for the home run plays. Like, he tries to go for, like, let's just try to get it all in one play. I get, you're absolutely right. That's one of the things that annoys me with Josh Allen is that he, instead of going for the 5-yard pass, he'll go for like the 35-yard pass. Like, he doesn't, he tries to get everything out in one play when he should just relax and just take what's given to him. And that's the problem with Josh. He has that gunslinger mentality, which is good at times, but it kills him as well. And like you said, the last 2 plays, which led to the field goal, he could have made it a little bit more manageable for them.
No, he could have got the first down twice.
That too, yeah. Instead of just going and launching it, and what he's looking at is the home run ball, and that's why he had to throw the last one out of the bounds because he had nobody open. He was running out of time. Because he's going for the home run ball all in one play instead of just trying to get what's given to him by the Chiefs. And I'm a #1 Josh Allen fan. He's my favorite quarterback. But that is a negative downfall for him. He needs to work on that. He needs to stop trying to be such a gunslinger and not try to save the day all the time and try to trust his teammates other than Diggs and Kincaid all the time. Like, run the ball a little bit more. Cook was having a fabulous season at the second half. You know, and the defense again.
They held the Chiefs to 27 points. You can't blame the defense.
True.
Like, you hold the Chiefs to 27
Chiefs
points.
Offense has not been great all year though.
It's Pat Mahomes in the playoffs.
Giving up 27 is a bit much in my opinion. But like you said, it's not bad. And then I think not having Gabe Davis hurt them as well. Going for the fake punt
to DeMar Hamlin, like this a Disney Channel show or something. Like they were just gonna
it ended up not doing anything. Like, they got the ball back, luckily. But what the hell is that? That was a horrible call. And it was like
they thought it was gonna be a Cinderella story or something.
Yeah, the execution. Yeah. Oh, let's give it to DeMar and let him get the first down. Could you imagine the crowd and everyone talking about it on Twitter? Like, that was so stupid. You put that man in such a horrible position right there.
So
it was not a great coaching game either from McDermott.
But if Josh just simply stop trying to force the deep ball every time,
Yeah.
and just take what they give him. Because think about it, if Josh Allen is getting consistently 6 yards, 6 to 8 yards each play, either via pass, and then you're getting 4 yards to carry from your running back, Josh Allen would be the most unstoppable quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, he can run people over.
Because you get in the red zone, he could get in the end zone by himself. He don't even need teammates.
Exactly.
But
right,
he won't do it. So until he start doing it, you got to start talking trash about him and taking his L's and his mistakes and his turnovers. You got to talk about it. Dan Orlovsky always giving this guy excuses. Like, man, shut up with that. Nobody want to hear that.
I give you I 100% agree with you. Like, you've been, I'm not gonna call you a hater, but you've been the number one Josh Allen criticizer.
Somebody has to do it.
You've been on his ass all year. I'll give you that. I'm a big fan of him. I would love him as my quarterback, as well as Dak. Like, I've been on the Dak train as well. And like you said, when they play a horrible game and they don't play well, you got to criticize them. We did the same for Dak. Got to do the same for Josh.
We do it with
Can't
Lamar,
be a hypocrite.
everybody.
Yeah, you got to be fair. So, look, Josh Allen is a franchise quarterback, maybe top 5. Wherever you want to put him, top 5, top 10, whatever you want to put him. He's a pretty good quarterback out there.
He's a very good quarterback.
He makes bonehead decisions sometimes. He gets inside his own head, and he makes bad plays.
So,
like we talked about, he tries to go for the home run plays more than he should, and it costs him. It really does.
But yeah, the Chiefs get the win. Shout out to the Chiefs. They will be taking on Baltimore. Let's go ahead and get into the conference championship games.
Let's go.
Chiefs at the Ravens. This is a 2 p.m. game on Sunday. The Ravens are favored by 3.5. The weather is supposed to be 49 degrees.
That's not bad. That's nothing.
And cloudy.
I'm going to go Ravens, man. Nothing to me has said that they will get beat by the Chiefs. They've made the proper adjustments against the Texans. Obviously, the Chiefs' defense is a whole nother level, but I think they'll be okay. It will have to take a Lamar bad game for the Chiefs to win this game. I'm talking about fumbles, maybe a pick or two. But the way Lamar has been playing, he's been playing lights out. He's been playing mistake-free football. He's been playing really, really smart as well. That defense, like you said, top defense in the game. They're clicking on all cylinders as well. They'll probably get Humphrey back. They'll get Andrews back on the offensive side. I don't see the Ravens losing this game. I think it'll be a close game, but I think the Ravens will win in a close one.
Y'all already know I got the Ravens all day on this one. Ravens flock, they are the team to beat in the NFL, especially after they destroyed the 49ers a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
So I got the Ravens all day. Pat Mahomes has reached his peak this year. As far as I'm concerned, I had him in AFC Championship game. This is where it stops for him this year. Number one defense, and you can't have too many drops against the Ravens and not pay for it. Not in Baltimore.
And
so
they'll do a better job on Kelsey, and they'll probably have, and I'm assuming they'll do better on Pacheco, and they're gonna try to have these other guys beat them, Marquez or Rashid. They're gonna try to get these guys.
Yeah, that running game is dead. That running game is dead this week. So,
so we'll see what happens.
Let you know that now. Detroit at the 49ers, 5:30 start on Fox. 69 degrees. San Francisco is favored by 7. 69 is sunny.
That's disrespectful, bro. That's disrespectful. Having them favored by 7 against the Detroit Lions, who can match up with the Niners. I really do think so. I think on offense, the Lions, I've been saying this all freaking year, the Lions offense is scary. It is. They got Laporta. They got Jamel Williams. Is it Jamel or Jamal? I think it's Jamel, right?
Yeah.
I think it's Jamel Williams.
Or
if Jamal.
I'm sorry, Jamal. It's Jamal.
Who's a speedster who can go over the top. St. Brown. You got the two-headed monster with Montgomery and Gibbs. And their offensive line, which is,
Reynolds.
banged up. But they are good. That offensive line is stout. Now, again, they're going to be playing a much different pass rush with Young and Bosa and Fred Warner in the middle, it's going to be tough. I don't disrespect the Lions to be like, they're going to go out there and get blown out. That's just bad. I think that's disrespectful. I think the Lions are going to make this a game. I want to pick the Lions. Like, my heart obviously wants the Lions to win. But you got to go with the head. And I'm going to go with the Niners. I think the Niners win. Again, I think this will be a close game. The defense, again, they're going to have to step up. Like you said, like Jeff said, the defense is bad. We saw what the Bucs did with them. Baker almost threw over 400 yards on them. They're going to have to play a lot better defense against Debo and Kittle and Ayuk and McCaffrey. So they got so many weapons. So they're going to have to pressure Purdy. The offense of the Lions are going to have to be on point. They're going to have the Niners match them, match for match. And who do you trust more, Goff or Purdy? I think I trust Goff a little bit more than Purdy. So it's going to be an interesting game. I think it's whoever has the ball last is going to win. It's going to be like the same with the Bucs and Lions game. I think it's whoever has the ball last wins. And we saw a Packers team have this Niners team on the ropes. So it's not like this Niners team is unbeatable. They have flaws themselves.
Yeah.
You got to make Purdy win the game. You got to put the ball in Purdy's hands. I don't care what anybody says. Purdy is not the reason why the Niners are successful. I will sit on the mountaintop until Purdy proves my ass wrong that he deserves to be called these elite quarterbacks. And I want to see him actually prove me wrong. Have a game-winning drive where it's all you, Purdy. Not 5 yards, McCaffrey breaks for 20. Like, I want to see something from Purdy.
Yeah, I'm about to sound like a hypocrite here because all season I've been saying the 49ers are the team in the NFC. All season. I'm on record just saying that, right?
Yep.
But after what I saw from Brock this past weekend, and I saw what Green Bay did to him, I think Detroit could beat him.
I do too.
Rob talking about
absolutely
Zach Ertz. Man, F that guy.
But good signing, veteran leadership in there.
I don't like him. I'm not a fan.
You disrespected the Lions all year.
I did.
Never in your top five.
Well, they made it like twice. So I have disrespect. That's why I say I'm going to sound like a hypocrite here because I've been on the 49ers bandwagon, and Detroit, I just kind of looked at them as they good, but they not ready yet. So the fact that they are here, and what I saw this past weekend from the 49ers, and then Debo is a 50-50 chance to play, and you see what Brock is without Debo.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Lions in the upset. This might be just my hatred for the 49ers talking here. But because I'm a Cowboys fan. We don't like the 49ers. But it could be the fandom talking. But I'm going to switch it up. After the whole season of taking the 49ers in the NFC, I'm going to switch it up and say the Lions pull the upset.
I hope. Because I think it'll be a fun. Either way, I think either team makes it on either side. I think we're going to get a good Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So that's all that matters. It's like,
oh yeah,
I just want a good Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't want a 41-0 Super Bowl where the game's over after the first half.
Well, the Cowboys are not playing, so you good. They're not getting blown out. You ain't got to worry about it.
I just want a good Super Bowl. That's all I want. These playoff games have been pretty damn good, except for maybe, the Packers, Cowboys, or whatever.
Yeah,
and, the Ravens and the Texans in the second half was pretty much done for. So, I mean, we've been getting some pretty good games throughout the playoffs, and I just want it to continue into the Super Bowl. That's all I want. I honestly don't have a dog in the race. Don't care who wins. I don't want the Chiefs to win.
Ravens win it all.
I don't want the fucking Chiefs to win another Super Bowl. That Kermit the Frog, Patrick Holmes. I don't want to hear it no more. I just want good games.
Yeah,
Rob, nothing wrong with that.
Speaking of fake fans, I got a homie, man, that's been a Patriots fan. All he did was talk noise to me about the Patriots. All of a sudden, I'm looking on his timeline, and he was actually in one of the streams not too long ago talking about my Lions. Like, what? You ain't no Lions fan, bro. You a Patriots fan. Don't do that.
Everyone's jumping on the popular bandwagon.
Yeah, like
That's what
if
they
you
do,
want to
man.
switch because the Patriots suck and the Lions are good, that's fine. But don't be a "I told you so" person when you switch. Like, just say I'm happy that they're winning and it's the team I'm going for this year. That's like me with the Ravens. Everybody know I love the Ravens almost as much as I love the Cowboys. Probably if I didn't live in Dallas and grew up watching Dallas my whole life, I will probably just be a Ravens fan, right? But I'm not gonna be a see my Ravens. Well, I do that sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. But again, I've been a Ravens fan since the Ed Reed and the 2002 when they beat the Giants in the Super Bowl, and Ray Lewis did his dance for the first time on TV. That's when I became a Ravens fan, and I've been one ever since. So, but don't switch. Even when they bad, I'm still, hey, go. It's Ravens flock. Even when they lose and they get put out the playoffs like the Cowboys, it's Ravens flock. Don't do that when you my Lions. When you've been a Patriots fan when they was winning Super Bowls, and then you quiet until the Lions pop up. Now it's my Lions. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. But anyway, before we get off the NFL, Cam Newton was on, what show was that this morning? I can't even remember what show it was, but he was on one of them channels, ESPN or Fox, and he said Tony wants Swift in the Vegas Super Bowl.
The hell? No. The hell out of here. I'm tired of seeing her as well.
Yeah, Rob. Then Dez Bryant, my favorite receiver, playing for both teams. Exactly. So that helped that case too. But Cam Newton was on one of these shows, him and Brandon Marshall, this morning, and they asked him, is there any team that can get you to come back to the NFL? Long story short, Cam Newton said the only team he will play for if they call him is the Atlanta Falcons. Do you think Atlanta should make that call to Cam Newton?
No. No, I like Cam. I thought he was pretty good in the NFL, but this man hasn't played in how long? And when
2
he was
years.
in the league, he wasn't great. I mean, he held his own a couple times with the Pats, but
They got Riddler, though.
I mean, you might pick him over Riddler, but
Or
the
Ritter,
Falcons are in a
whatever his
good,
name is.
they're in a good spot here to draft a quarterback. So no, I would not give Cam Newton a call. No, thank you. I would kindly say no to Cam Newton.
Okay, I just had to get your thoughts on that. If they end up stuck with Ritter again, then I will probably give him a call next year. But if
Maybe give him a call as a backup, But I don't know about.
I think Cam can start over Ritter.
Call him in training camp, have them compete for the job. That's how you do it.
Yeah, I think he can start over Ritter. But if they are able to get anybody else, like Gardner Minshew or somebody, then I wouldn't call Cam. But
Yeah.
it'll be a lot of quarterbacks in the move. Cooper Rush, hell, they might be able to get Cooper Rush. Who knows? But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's get into this NBA. Let's get into the highlights of the NBA. So, first of all, we've actually got breaking news for once on stream. Let me pull that up here. There was a trade made today. The Charlotte Hornets are trading Terry Rozier to the Miami Heat for a 2027 first round draft pick and Kyle Lowry. Any thoughts on that?
Surprised Lowry was involved in the trade, but he hasn't.
Mike
He's not
Lowry.
doing much. He's not doing anything in Miami anymore. I think that's a good pickup for Miami. Rozier's a pretty solid player that can come off the bench and get some points for them. I think Lowry will either be bought out or traded again by the Hornets. There's no way he's going to play for them.
They say they're
For
trying
one,
to trade him again. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. One, he's a veteran. He doesn't want to play for a team that's doing nothing. And they got young cats that they're going to probably play over him anyway. So
Yeah.
I think probably this was like a KATT move probably because Rozier, I think it was probably more than likely a KATT move or the Miami Heat needing some more weapons on that team. And because Jimmy Butler seemingly sits out all the time this year, it seems like. So I think it's a good trade. First round pick,
2027.
it's a bit much. I guess they're banging on the Miami Heat not being in the top 20 and being still successful in 2027.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good trade for Miami. Solid pickup.
Rob said, Bulls, please send us Levine. He's a Miami Heat fan, and he talking about ring us now. Y'all ain't getting no rings, buddy. You're not even making it out the East this year. Unless you do make a trade like that and get Levine. Then you talking about something. But last night, Joel Embiid went off on your Spurs as he dropped 70 points and 18 rebounds going up against Victor Wemby in the San Antonio Spurs. Victor did have 33 points and 7 rebounds of his own, so a good battle between the two big men. Philadelphia win 133-123. Did you watch the game?
I did not. Did not watch the game.
Oh, yesterday was what, Monday? So you Monday Night Raw. You did the Raw watch along, right? Yeah, okay.
I saw highlights though. Yes.
Jeff, man? I want to get Jeff on here, but I don't want to like try to force him to get on camera or nothing right now, or because I want to ask him his thoughts about that game, and I know that's probably a lot to type. But I was in and out watching that game between that Monday Night Raw. Joel Embiid, man. Oh, he said he at work. Cool. I saw a tweet, and I want your thoughts on this if you can type it. Somebody compared Joel Embiid to Dak Prescott. They said Joel Embiid is the NBA's version of Dak Prescott. And the reason why is because they will give you hella numbers in the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, don't expect them to get past the second round. And I was like, golly. I was like, you know what? I wanted to feel disrespected by that as a Cowboys fan, but it's kind of true. So I was like, it's kind of true. But see, I don't blame Joel for them second round L's. I blame Doc Rivers because Doc Rivers is a second round coach. So, but now that Doc is gone, we're gonna finally see what Joel does in the playoffs this year. So I'm not gonna put that on Joel yet. I'm gonna just wait until the playoffs end this year, and then we'll talk about that. What's your thoughts about that comment?
I don't know. It's an interesting comment to make. Embiid hasn't necessarily have a lot of help.
I mean, well, name wise, he had help, but yeah, I get you.
Yeah, Maxey has turned out to be an unbelievable player, but Harden really didn't do very much with the Sixers, and he kind of gave up on them as well.
Ben Simmons did the same.
Ben Simmons never panned out to be who the Sixers thought he could possibly be.
Tobias Harris.
I think Embiid to me is like one of the only reasons why the Sixers are successful. They have hit a home run on Maxey. Don't get me wrong. Like Maxey, I think is going to turn out to be a very unbelievable player, and he's showing right now how good he really is. Mm-hmm. But you can't just rely on two players. You got to have a surrounding cast. Now, Tobias Harris has been hit or miss for the Sixers as well. But I disagree with that comment. I don't think he's the Dak of the NFL. I think that's a little bit far. I think that's a little bit out of there with that. But they haven't gone past, like Jeff said, in the second round with Embiid. But I blame that with the lack of help. The Cowboys have talent. The Sixers don't
got
have
talent too.
I mean, this year
they all choke. All of them choke. Both teams choke with their talent. Come on now, don't do that. Now the Sixers got talent too, and they choke.
Okay, fair.
That's the point. He's the leader of a team that chokes, just like Dak is the leader of a talented team that chokes. So I kind of get it. Rob talking about, I'm not trying to be funny, but I swear someone compared Seth Rollins to Dak. First of all, don't disrespect Seth Rollins like that. WWE fan was good.
Workhorse, bro.
Yeah, don't disrespect Seth like that, man. He said Harris always played well in the regular season. From what I've always seen, it's the playoffs with him. And this is my thing about Philly, because if you go back to like my old Brooklyn 214 podcast days from 2018 up to now, it was 2018, 2019, 2020, and I believe 2021 is when I finally said I'm done with Philly, right? I always had Philly being top 2 in the East and making the Eastern Conference Finals every single year. 2018, 2019. I'm a double check 2020, and then so on. And let me see. I'm trying to read comments. Hold on. Harris is playing well now. Embiid has always gave others earlier. Now Embiid is more vocal. That's true. He is more vocal this year. But they always let me down. They made me look stupid every time. Like, I'm gonna actually post a clip from the Brooklyn 214 podcast days back in 2018, where I was the only one picking Philly and they got eliminated. So I get it. I'm kind of over Philly. As far as this shit, where Philly messed up is when they got rid of Jimmy Butler and kept Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler. If it would have been Jimmy Butler and Embiid the whole time, please, you talking about multiple championships in my opinion. I think they would have at least got 2 if it was Jimmy Butler and Embiid and you build around them. So that's just my opinion on them. But moving on, trying to make sure I don't click off. I got a lot of screens going right now. I'm trying to not click off the right thing. But moving on, Karl Anthony Towns dropped 62 and 8 against the Hornets. He had over 40 in the first half, and they lose 128 to 125 to the now 10 and 31 Charlotte Hornets. And it was a part of the game near the end where KATT was on the bench. It was like 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, and KATT was on the bench, and everybody was trying to figure out, why the hell is this guy on the bench in a close game? And clearly, he's the one putting up all the points right now. So you hear the commentators talking about, he's played 37 minutes to this point. He's tired. Bruh, it's 2 minutes left. You can't finish the game?
Yeah, it's a little bit weird that you don't have your star players out there and 2 minutes left in the game.
And they lost.
Weird NBA night. You had Durant hit that game-winning shot. You have KATT scoring 62, Embiid going for 70. I don't know. He said they were trying to feed KATT the whole time without playing ball. That's what happens. That's what they were doing in Philly. I mean, Philly had the lead to be able to just feed Embiid the whole, third and fourth quarter. But I understand where he's coming from. That it's not.
Shut up, Rob.
It becomes a single player game instead of a team game that got you there. Like, Minnesota is a top team in the West right now, and they totally went away from that structure to try to get KATT all these points last night. So. Yeah.
Anthony Edwards is a star.
Loss. Exactly. Absolutely. So, I mean, I get what the coach is saying. I'm not sure why he didn't play the last 2 minutes of the game. But that's ridiculous. You should have your best players out there at that crucial moment. Unless he's hurt, then obviously you don't play him. But that's just an odd decision.
You're right.
To not play him.
Yeah, this is an L I would gladly watch. I'm not a huge Timberwolves fan. What happened?
Jeff said he did play. I watched it. The last 2 minutes?
I saw him sitting down with 2:30 left, and he was on the bench.
Maybe he came back in after that. I don't know.
Yeah, like I saw the video of him sitting down. So yeah, maybe it was a short rest. Because I remember the commentator was saying, yeah, it's kind of strange to have him on the bench, but he's played 37 minutes already. And I was like, well, shoot, man, they kind of need him to be back in the game. So it's a close game. But
the last minutes of the game he was in. Okay, there you
go. The Bucks beat the Pistons 122 to 113. Cavaliers beat Orlando 126-99. Grizzlies beat the Raptors 108-100. Celtics beat my Mavericks 119-110. Luka did get crossed by Brown, and somebody in the arena is about to get fired because somebody in the arena played the replay on the Jumbotron. Tim Hardaway is yelling, "Don't play that! Don't play that!"
Yeah, I saw that.
So, Yeah, so somebody's about to get fired. I can tell you that now. And Mark Cuban don't play that with that when you mess with their stars. Luka had 33, 18, and 13. Tatum, 39, 11, and 3. I mean, Luka put up these numbers nonstop, but they just one thing the Mavericks they got a lot of injuries. So that's one thing. Me personally think they need to make some trades. I've been saying that since they, started the season. I told folks, including people at 105.3 The Fan, the sports radio station down here, that y'all overhyped Grant Williams. Why y'all so happy about signing Grant Williams? Grant Williams ain't been crap. He's a good role player. Jimmy Butler just abused that man in the playoffs last year. And I say, knowing Jason Kidd is going to play him as an undersized 4. That's exactly what he's doing. He's getting abused in the paint. We're getting out rebounded every game when Derek Lively doesn't play. Bruh. And Grant Williams is averaging like 5 points. He started off hot, and then he went on somebody's podcast talking about, it's kind of hard to keep the energy that I've been, having to play more minutes here in Dallas. What? You not in shape? Like, what you doing? You knew you was going to play more minutes here in Dallas. This is why you came to Dallas. So you wasn't prepared for it? So, yeah, his numbers went down. He's been averaging 5.5 points a game. Josh Green got his contract. He got hurt, and then he ain't been living up to the hype. He ain't even playing like he was last year after he got his contract. So, Jaden Hardy, the way he played last year, he's not playing the same right now. It's just Dallas got a lot of work to do if they trying to make this Luka and Kyrie thing work. Kyrie is being very patient. Luka is being very patient. They like playing with each other. Kyrie loves it here in Dallas, which is a good thing. But if you don't build around them, it's not going to work. So,
right,
what's up, babe?
I mean, you got to help them out a little bit. And let's.
What up, babe? This is dope in the building.
Show some more respect to Wembanyama, please. This man has been killing it lately, and he's getting no damn respect. They're still discussing Chet Holmgren being the rookie of the year or in the conversation.
You talking about that child?
I
ain't gonna go there with Chet.
Dude, Wembanyama's been killing it, man. He leads the league. Leads the rookies in like every category.
Yeah, he rookie of the year.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Like points, blocks, assists, rebounds. I mean, this guy's killing it.
Yeah.
And his first year on a minutes restriction.
Right.
On a minutes restriction. So, and he doesn't have the type of talent Chet Holmgren does over in the OKC.
Okay, Rob.
So I don't want to hear that crap. Stop with it.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. It should be Wemby hands down. The Kings beat the Hawks 122-107. Yeah, I said the wrong guy. My bad. Yeah, he was about to catch straight, Rob. He was about to catch it. And then the Suns, like you said, Kevin Durant hit the game winner to beat the Bulls 115-113. The Suns are now 25-18. They all of a sudden went on a little hot streak here. Kevin Durant dropped 43 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists. Speaking of Kevin Durant is trying to figure out why he's not in the GOAT conversation when it comes to the fans talking. He's quoted saying, I wish I had that quote. Did I screenshot that quote? I don't think I did. But dang, I thought I screenshot. I didn't. But he said, matter of fact, I can find it. Long story short, Kevin Durant was like, why am I not in the GOAT conversation? Is it because I went to the Warriors and played for them and won my rings there? Because he said, outside of that, what haven't I done? What have I not done in the NBA to be considered, put in the GOAT conversation with LeBron, Kobe, and Mike? I'm going to let you get your thoughts on that first before I give my thoughts on that.
I think him leaving OKC and going to Golden State definitely hurt some of that greatest of all time conversation for Kevin Durant. The way he has handled things as well, going to stack team to stack team to stack team. Like he went to the Warriors, to Brooklyn, to Phoenix. I mean, this guy has had it pretty nice everywhere he's gone. He's had stars around him everywhere he has gone.
Everywhere.
So now he had I get he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. He's an unbelievable player. I would love to have him on my team. You need a last second shot. Kevin Durant's probably your go-to guy in that situation. Yeah. Not taking away his skill in basketball because he's a great player. But he's figured out the easy way out. and to getting himself a ring. So, with that being said, I don't think you put him in the greatest of all time category.
Hell no.
But definitely he's like in the top 15, top 20. Like, he's an awesome, great player. Like, don't get me wrong on that, but to have him over guys like Kobe or Jordan or Tim Duncan and guys like that, LeBron. No.
Hell, even Shaq.
Now LeBron himself, he went to, to a stacked team. Went to Miami with Bosh and Wade. But let's not forget the accolades this man has stacked up himself. Scored the most points in NBA history. Still playing at a high level at his age. I mean, he's done it all. Like, you cannot tell me that LeBron isn't in the conversation of greatest of all time. I myself would probably still pick Jordan because I'm an old head.
It's a personal preference, yeah.
Yeah, but LeBron is not. LeBron's a great player, and people who say that he's not are just,
they just hate.
Just haters.
And apparently he's a great Madden player because he is whooping everybody that I see him play in Madden as well. So, LeBron, if you ever see this clip, I need you to hand me the smoke in Madden too. I need to see what you're about in real life. See if I can put an end to that little win streak that he's doing right now. But yeah, Kevin Durant, bro. Listen, you had Russell Westbrook, you had prime Russell Westbrook, prime James Harden, prime Ibaka on your team. You was up 3-1 against the Warriors. You blew it. And then you left OKC to join the 73-win team that beat you.
Yeah.
So that takes away a lot of points. You join a team that beat you, and then it's a team that won 73 games the year before, the most in NBA history, right? And they already had three All-Stars, and I don't know if you want to consider Klay a superstar at the time in his prime. I looked at Klay as a superstar then. Or close to it, borderline superstar at that time in his prime. But the Splash Brothers, come on, man, they were dominating the league. And you go join them, and then when people called you out, like Stephen A. Smith and really everybody that called you out, it was like, these players don't care nothing about legacy no more. They don't want to compete. They just want the easy win. Your response to that back then was, who cares about legacy? I'm getting rings and I'm getting money. So now you the one that said you don't care about legacy. You don't care about being looked at as the leader. You just want to have fun playing basketball. And it's fun for you when Steph is getting double teamed on the pick and roll and you wide open for the three. That's what you like. This is out of Kevin Durant's mouth. And on his Twitter feed at that time, I remember all this stuff. So yeah, your legacy, you're not going to be in the GOAT conversation. Then let's talk about after Golden State. You leave Golden State because, the fans don't love me like they love the Splash Brothers and Draymond. Of course not. They homegrown. You're not. They're not going to love you. You go to Brooklyn. You build a super team there. You build one with Kyrie and James Harden. Didn't work. You didn't win. Now you're in Phoenix with you had Phoenix with Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton. Y'all didn't win. And you was like, well, let's make some moves. Chris Paul too old. They got rid of Chris Paul. Ayton too soft. They got rid of Ayton. Now it's you, Bradley Beal, Nurkic, and Devin Booker. And then you got Aaron Gordon and all these people coming off the bench. If you don't win this year, like, bro, you can't say nothing, bro. You're not an all-time great. If it wasn't for Steph Curry, you would be Tracy McGrady and Carmelo Anthony. And I love Carmelo. Carmelo is one of my favorite all-time players, and I think Carmelo don't get the love that he deserves. But that's what Kevin Durant would be. They would look at him as a great scorer and, very fun to watch, but he was a guy that could never get over the hump, like T-Mac and Carmelo Anthony. That's how they would look at Kevin Durant if he never played with Steph Curry. That's why you're not a GOAT. That's why you're not in the conversation. End of story, bro. I ain't got nothing else to say about it. Anything else?
Fair. Yeah. No, that's fair.
So, I mean, it's as simple as that. You did your own damage with you running your mouth and then deciding to leave and go bandwagon off another team, another man's team. And then
Yeah, pretty much.
Then to add to that, the Warriors won a championship without you. Draymond said, we don't need you. And then they proved it. They won without you.
Yeah.
You haven't even been to the finals since.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, KD, stop this, man. This guy's hilarious, man. He's hilarious, man. But anyway, good show today. We got one more thing to discuss before we head off, and that's the WWE signing a 10-year deal, $5 billion deal with Netflix. Starting in January 2025, Netflix will be streaming Monday Night Raw. And I believe they still say this every Monday for now.
Yes.
Every week. What are your thoughts about that?
It came out of left field. I didn't expect the Netflix to be
Me either.
getting Raw. I know it was
either.
talked about, Warner Brothers and Amazon and all this crap. I mean, it's huge for WWE. They're going to be in a lot more households now. I expect Netflix to go up in price probably. I think all the PLEs are moving over to Netflix as well.
And that means I heard they're going to be charging now.
Oh, are they?
I've heard that they're going to be charging for PLEs again, which that's the part of it I don't like.
Yeah, if they're charging, that's a bummer. I know they're going to start making documentaries of certain people now, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens and see how much WWE grows from then and until the future. I don't know exactly what I think about it right now. I guess I'll kind of have to wait and see what happens when it actually happens and see how it goes and how it works on live. I don't know how Netflix is with a streaming live service. I don't know how that works. So
it's an automatic DVR for the folks who don't have DVR, so you can rewind it.
True.
I don't mind it. It's the new wave. I feel like the streaming services are better anyway, because it's at this point we're paying this amount for Netflix, we're paying this amount for HBO Max, we're paying this amount for, you might as well have cable. So I'm fine with the shows moving off of cable and going to the streaming service.
Yeah.
So you won't have to pay for cable, just for basic cable, just to have, because USA doesn't have an app or nothing. Like when I got rid of my cable, I still had to load up my Fire Stick because USA don't have an app that I could just, watch it on at any time, like a Netflix or whatever. So, and then Peacock, they're a month behind. No, Rob, you can't watch full episodes. You can watch them on the computer, but on your phone, you can't watch full episodes of Raw. Unless you have to pay. You have to pay for it. Or you have to have a cable subscription for it. So, it's just, I mean, I'd rather all of them go to streaming. But USA is still a thing, Rob, because SmackDown, which I forgot about, SmackDown is going to USA in October.
Yeah, SmackDown will be still on the USA.
We're still stuck with the cable in USA for SmackDown. But
it seems like the streaming services is where everyone's going, and they can make more money.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see what they do on the on Netflix and how it's ran, and if they eventually do move nights or whatever have you.
What I do like is this will kill all that ratings back and forth between the tribalism fans on social media that talk about ratings all the time. I'm glad that part of it will be done. At least it'll be done for Monday Night Raw. You ain't got to worry about Brian Alvarez tweeting, "Oh, Raw had such and such million ratings." It doesn't matter no more. They on Netflix.
Yeah.
So
on Netflix now.
Shout out to WWE.
Losing ratings for Monday Night Raw. For Monday Night Football, and I mean, we've seen football move over to a streaming service for a couple of games.
NBA's on HBO Max.
Yeah, so it's
Hockey.
going to happen to more things as well. I'm sure AEW will end up doing something.
Yeah, so
HBO Max or something. So we'll see.
HBO Max already has their, what was that show they had? The All In or whatever it's called. The reality show they did.
Yeah.
All Access or something like that. So they already have, HBO Max already has that. Man, we'll see if he's able to do it, Rob. Hopefully Seth is able to do it. Did we talk about The Rock? Nah, we ain't talk about The Rock. Yeah, Rob, HBO Max does all the TNT games and the TBS games. So all the
simulcast.
Yeah, all the MLB, hockey, NHL, and NBA games that come on TBS and TNT, they're on HBO Max for you to watch. Did we talk about The Rock? Nah, we didn't.
The Rock taking over now as part, like, I guess, an ownership.
This man is
TKO.
So he's a sneaky bastard, man. I tell you, The Rock gonna find a way to get everything that he want. He wanted to do he wanted to be the boss, have his own name. He owns The Rock now. He owns that name again, or now I should say, because Vince owned that name at first. Vince and WWE did. So, oh
yeah, MLB on Apple TV.
Oh,
MLB's on Peacock too. MLB has like a Saturday, or Sunday morning game or something or afternoon game on Peacock. So
yeah, so the Rock is the tribal chief in real life. Roman Reigns.
Yeah, The Rock is just fucking dude. He's taking over, man. Now
he's been on ESPN all morning, and he kind of promoted him versus Roman. So it looks like that's happening.
It might, just might happen now.
It looks like that's happening. But hey, man, everybody got announcements. I got an announcement as well, man. Let me go ahead and put this on the screen.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Why is it showing up twice? Oh, I know what it is. Hold on. Bow, there you go. Dope Content will be launching his own Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Apple TV channel March 15th, 2024, ladies and gentlemen. Yep.
Let's go.
Got our own platform. And again, like I said, if there's streamers, content creators, podcasters, etc., if you want to be involved, you want to have a launching pad for your content, you can still stream on your own platforms, YouTube and all that. But we're gonna have a couple of channels for you to put your stuff on if you're actually about your business. If you're not about your business, don't holler at me. You got to be about your business. And yeah, man, we're steady growing. We steady growing. Got things coming up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put exclusive stuff on these channels that you won't see on Twitch, that you won't see on YouTube, and etc. So it's going to benefit you if you support Dope Content to get Dope Content channel on one of these platforms. It's going to be free. We don't do the little money grab things. We don't do that here. But it's going to be free. And you're going to, be rewarded for exclusive content. So just there you go. Dope Content, Roku, Amazon, and Apple TV, ladies and gentlemen. What about cursing? It's our channel. We can do whatever we want.
Hell yeah.
We do whatever we want. So stuff that it'll be stuff I could do on that channel that I can't do on YouTube, because YouTube, all that. So, and then
hell
Twitch
yeah,
will try to
do
ban you too. So, like I said, content creators, if you're really about it, if you want to do some stuff, let me know. I even help you set up overlays, or I'll make you intros and all that stuff. Yeah, Rob, you can play out. Well, you can't play sounders on the exclusive stuff because it's gonna be, it's gonna be Roku. Most of that stuff is gonna be on demand. So the way it was, different options that we could set up. One channel option was like a live cable channel, where it's just live stuff nonstop, and they have our schedule. So like let's just say we had Get the Tables on there. We know for a fact he's doing watch alongs. We'll make sure to slot him at those times, and then in between times we got to find somebody else that's live, whether it's me, Push, or whoever else, and we got to make sure we go live at that exact time. So I was like, okay, people's schedules change a lot, and etc. Get out of here, Jay. That's not happening. I was like, people's schedules change a lot, and etc. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do the Netflix type of thing, where it's more on demand, different categories. You'll see the photos, of whatever you want to watch. So if you want to watch the game watch alongs, you can watch that. If you want to watch sports stuff, you can watch that. Everything will be in different categories. So Yeah, man, it's about to be something. I've been trying to do this Roku channel. You know, Tony, I told you a while back. I think last year I was like, man, I'm trying to get this Roku channel set up.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't figure out how to. I couldn't get it done. So I ran after once again doing the Dez Bryant tailgate stuff. He said, "Watch Tony melt down on stream." That was hilarious. Yeah, he beat up the damn football, and everybody was like, "Man, why you hitting the cat?" Like, come on, man. But yeah, I talked to some people that I actually knew. I didn't know they was in that business though. So, and they was like, yeah, we just brought these channels and got these deals. We got sponsors and etc. So we're trying to build this, and we would love to work with you. Bet, because that's something I've been trying to do. And then they added Apple TV and Amazon to it. I was like, shoot, I was just trying to get Roku, but yes, let's take it off. So yeah, they got a whole promo plan that we're going to work on. It's going to be, we're going to have a release party for like any subs that's local or any subs that could get in town from like YouTube and Twitch. We're going to have a big get together and an event and all that stuff. So it's going to be nice, man, near the release date. Yeah. So they are putting in a lot of work and helping us out a lot. So, man, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all, the ones that come through and support. And I've been trying to tell folks, man, don't let these views, if the views are not where you want it to be, it don't matter. You can still get stuff done, bro. Like, you can get stuff done all the time. He said he can't watch any Cowboys. Don't worry about it, Jay Cross, because I'm done. I'm done. So it don't matter. It don't even matter. I'm done with him. I meant that. Talk to me in January or December. Then we can talk Cowboys again. But yeah, man, you ain't got to worry about the followers and all that, because dude, I done went through the highs and the lows of the follows and views and all that. Dude, I went from averaging 300-400 people to 2, then back to 50 one time, then back to 100 one time, and then where we are now, where it's like 10, 12, and then it's people coming in and out, and then some views, some stuff will hit on YouTube, some won't, and it'd be the same content. It's just one will hit and one won't for whatever reason. I don't understand how to work YouTube, but and yeah, that's just what it is. So, but you can still get stuff done no matter what the followers and all that stuff is. Cause I know it's a lot of people that be like, man, he only got this many followers and these many. It doesn't matter. You get stuff done. You can get it done. Just keep putting in the work, and then it helps to be nice and know people. Like, part of the reason I got this deal is because I'm cool with the people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is cool with me down here. So I'm not a jerk to nobody unless you're a jerk first. Niner Gang on YouTube. What's good? Y'all go take that L Sunday. But nah, yeah, just do your thing, man. The work is gonna pay off. So, and hopefully this channel, does great when we do release it. And I'm trying to build a team of people. Again, it's almost like an ESPN where they have different shows. They all got their own shows, but it's under the ESPN umbrella. We'll do that. We would do that with streamers and podcasters and etc. But it'll be under the dope content umbrella. I'm not making money from it. Like, whatever you do, if your video is able to monetize, that money is going straight to you. We're not taking no percentage of it or nothing. Whatever you monetize on, if your video is able to monetize for whatever reason, sponsors or whatever, that goes straight to you. Just there you go. Period. Like, I'm straightforward. I'm transparent. I'm honest. And that honesty and transparency has cost me with a couple of folks because they take advantage of it. Like the story I told you about the, camera, all that, and people applying under. Yeah. So, yeah. But I'm going to still stay transparent. I'm going to still stay straightforward and open. And I'm going to just get rid of those folks that's on that BS. Period. So, he said, if we win this year, we can chill and y'all go win. Well, I don't care. Go Ravens, man. That's all I'm saying. Y'all not winning this year. 'Cause even if you make the Super Bowl, the Ravens are going to beat you. End of the story. So, Rob, Niners fans are jerks. I got to tell them they're going to lose. So, I'm a Cowboys fan. We have to think Niners fans and Eagles fans are jerks. But good show today, man. Anything you want to promote?
No? Well, you know the drill. We'll be live this week. So just give us a follow over on our channel if you want to hang out with us and watch some wrestling. But it's, again, appreciate you having me on. Looking forward to the moves and had a good time talking some football. It was fun. And basketball as well. You got that in there as well. So that was fun. I'm not streaming tonight. No stream tonight. Back on tomorrow. Back tomorrow. Tomorrow night.
He's 9 again. First of all, you're an hour and a half late. Then he come here and talk to us about we'll just keep coming back until we get it. Yeah, I mean until Brock gets paid, and then you got to get rid of all those superstars that make him look great because you can't pay the quarterback and keep everybody. So Rob said, "Man, Rob, I'm finna ban you. Let's get up out of here, man. Appreciate everybody coming through." Appreciate everybody coming through. And until next time, y'all be safe. We are out.
Yeah.
Talking about imagine being late. You on time for the first time in 3 years.
Bruh. God damn.
Yeah, you talking about, Rob.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant, why am I not in the GOAT conversations? Man.
Shut up, bitch.
The hell you talking about, KD? What's wrong with this guy, man? There's something wrong with everybody, man. I don't understand these people. I hope James Harden don't win a ring either. Punk ass go from team to team and then complain and cry his way out when they don't win that 1 year. F James Harden too.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done, man. Y'all be safe. Have a good one, man.
Yeah.